But anyway, guys, wrapping as we go to kind of wrap out this stream, there was something I got permission from my wife before the show. So just so any of you who know that I'm married, know that I have a wife, I am a big proponent of never doing anything as a husband without the wife's approval and knowledge. So I wanted to wrap out this stream by just kind of taking everything we've talked about. Bitcoin, Cardano, we talked about the FUD, we talked about manipulation, price movement, addressing fears and concerns that people might have about getting involved. Here is the thing. I want to put my money where my mouth is. Said that wrong. And what I'm going to do is actually live. It is yesterday. Live, I'm going to be purchasing today, just for you guys, $1,000 worth of crypto. And before you guys are like, okay, Tim, that's really not that much, I want to tell you guys why that's actually really significant and what we are about here at McAfee Media, which is the overarching company, and then specifically Crypto Jebb as we move forward. Here's the thing. I'm not a millionaire, guys. The way Jebb, Jebb's a millionaire, Ben's a millionaire. I think the altcoin brothers, all these big YouTubers, a lot of them, they've been in the game for a while. They're millionaires. Greg, are you a millionaire yet? I know you're close.
I am not.
Yeah.
I am not.
No, here's the thing, guys. I'm not. I'm not a millionaire. I'm growing though, and if you had told me 3 years ago, 4 years ago, Tim, you would invest $1,000 into crypto? I would have told you guys, what the heck? Like, I only think I have $1,000 in my bank account. And here's the deal about that. I want to tell you guys a little bit of my story. Why am I here? Why am I sitting in front of the camera right now talking to you guys at all? I grew up in a homeschool Christian family. So those of you who don't know, usually when you're homeschooled, that means you only have a one-income household. And here's the thing. My dad, I love him so much, had a great job. He was an architect. But we found out later, we knew he struggled with smoking when we were younger. Didn't know to the full degree. I kind of found out later as an adult, my dad's addiction to cigarettes was way more detrimental than we thought. He had a great job as an architect. However, to support a 7-person family, because I have 5 siblings, a single income household while managing a expensive addiction, there really actually isn't that much money left for the family. Now, I'm not complaining. I always had a roof over my head, always had clothes. But what happened in 2008 was my dad lost his job, and I was sitting there at 14 years old, and I was told by my parents, Tim, we are so sorry. I know, you're coming up and getting close to that time where you might be getting a cell phone soon, you might be getting a car soon. If you're going to do any of those things, you got to do it yourself. We do not have any money to do that. I have 2 older siblings. They both had cell phones bought for them. They both had their cars paid for. They paid for their insurance, everything else. But I was told, hey, Tim, if you want any of these things, you got to pay for it yourself. Tim, any sport you want to play, you got to pay for it yourself. So the good news about being homeschooled is you can do school very quickly, right? I have had a full-time job or the equivalency of ever since I was 14 years old, and it was to provide for myself. I started off doing lawn care the rest of my high school years. So doing school every morning, going and working lawn care for about 30 hours a week, and then I would go to practices, football practice, basketball practice, soccer practice. I would go to practice, paid for my own way into all those sports. So I learned from a very young age to work hard. That being said, I only was making probably about $750 an hour from all those jobs. Then the summer before I started college, I took 2 different jobs. What I would do is I would wake up every single morning at 4 o'clock because I still had a dream of walking on and playing football at the University of Florida. I woke up every single morning at 4 to get my workout in so that I would show up to my first job at 7 a.m. to work lawn care there. I would go home for lunch for 30 minutes and go to my second job where I would work from 1 to 9 o'clock every night. I did that 6 days a week, making I think after the biggest promotion I got from either one of those jobs, I was making $8 an hour. Then in the fall, I took a full 15 credit hours of college while working 40 hours a week at a job. The point that I'm trying to make here is I have had an array of jobs. I've worked at a gun range. I've worked as a trainer at a gym. I've worked at someone who worked a front desk. I've done ministry. I have known my entire life what the meaning of hard work is. And yet, that doesn't guarantee you a life of financial freedom. The truth is, I actually, in all reality, guys, I am still in my own mind working myself to financial freedom. I think the freedom that I have now compared to last year is astronomically huge, but I'm still growing in that route. But here is the thing. The only reason why I'm sitting before you today, the only reason why I have the job I have here today, the only reason why any of this is happening and why I'm about to live buy $1,000 worth of crypto is because 1 year ago, talking to Jebb, he convinced me, hey, Tim, If you want to get real about your finances, if you want that financial freedom that I see you busting your butt and working so hard for, this idea of Bitcoin, this idea of crypto is the freedom that this world has been looking for financially for a while. I don't know if any of you are in that same shoe. I know there's probably people out there that are millionaires yourself. I'm super happy for you. I'm talking right now to those other people just like me who work ridiculous hours, working upwards of 60, 70 hours a week, and it seems like nothing you do can get ahead. 1 year ago today, I took mine and my wife's, what is it called? The stimulus checks, and then a little money that I had left in savings, which all of it combined made about $5,000. I put $5,000 into Bitcoin when it was sitting at about just under $11,000 a coin. So I own, after all this stuff, darn near close to about 0.42 Bitcoin after that purchase. I've acquired more since then, but at that point I had about 0.42 Bitcoin. That is sitting right now, I think, right below $20,000 worth of value. I want to continue to grow that, but that is something I would have never dreamed. You asked me 3 years ago, Tim, how are you going to get $20,000 in the bank? I'm like, freak, it's probably going to have to be some way with football. I'm probably going to have to get some job in coaching, something like that. When that door closed on me, when football closed on me, I was kind of like, okay, this is it, my life. I'm going to be working my butt off for the rest of my life. And crypto has changed the game. That is what we are trying to do. If you guys have all heard Jebb's story, you know where Jebb comes from. This crypto teaching is not just something we're doing for fun. This is life-changing. Yeah. The ability to read technical analysis, the ability to understand what's happening in this financial world, the freedom that we will get, that I am getting right now, that Jebb has gotten for himself, that Greg is getting, that Smay is getting, that every one of you who are listening and making trades and making investments, the freedom that you are gaining every single day is life-changing. And that's another reason why, man, we have to dig deep into our research. We have to dig deep. This can't be something that we take lightly. But I can tell you right now, the time to research, if you're sitting here thinking about your time and your value and what you need to do, continue to work. If you need to work, we have a job here. Like, I don't just do the show with Jebb. Smay throughout the day is editing videos. Me throughout the day, I'm helping run the company. I'm the COO here, making business plans, trying to build this company day in, day out. But I make sure to carve out that time to study technical analysis, to study fundamental analysis, to learn more and more every day. And I have a long way to go. But when I tell you guys right now, can I tell you the fact that I'm about to invest $1,000 in crypto, that is nothing short of a miracle and the signs of financial freedom. So I just wanted you guys to know, this is not something I'm not just up here saying, guys, invest and not do anything about it. Like, this is something that I want you guys to witness my journey as I go. You guys saw me back in January, my inexperience, my lack of knowledge. I'm not saying I'm perfect now, but look at how far I've come, and I cannot wait to see how far I go, and I want to see you guys go to that same level. That's why Jebb created things like CT2A. That's why we want to continue to build out courses and teach you guys crypto, because it's not just making money for us. It's financial freedom for the entire world.